Well, hey, my friends, David here. Well, this is going to be a little bit, definitely a very, very sad video. Our dog Lily, our little red dog, she's a wiener dog, a dachshund, here she is, right there, was hit by a car on Tuesday. So this has been really rough for us. Lily is, of course, a member of the family. So, but I want to tell you the story of what happened because we may wind up losing her leg. So I want to tell you the story and give you and encourage you guys to kind of follow along in Lily's journey. So on Tuesday, I was taking them to groomer. So it's my fault. I feel horrible. I was taking them to Lily and Daisy. Daisy's our black wiener dog. Both to the groomer. Daisy's a long hair, so I had to get her trimmed. And they got down on the ground out of the truck, and something spooked Lily. I don't know what it was. But she took off, and I couldn't catch up with her. With all my health issues, I just couldn't do it. She ran so far and so fast. And unfortunately, she ran towards the highway. And the best I could, she made it across. And there's a guy on the other side of the highway getting in his car who saw it, and he stopped to try to help. He tried to catch her. And she wouldn't have anything to do with him. He's a stranger. But I appreciate his help. And she came back, got halfway across the road, turned back towards him, came back. She got scared, paranoid, and panicked in the road. I could see it. And I'm still trying to get to her. Remember, I have Daisy, my black one, right next to me, so I'm scared to death and paranoid that Daisy's going to get hit if I get out in the road of the car. So I'm trying to yell and get Lily to come back to me, and she's coming and she's coming. The gentleman on the other side of the road was really kind enough. He jumped out in traffic, started stopping traffic, and I'm yelling and screaming like a maniac to get traffic to stop, so I can get out there and get her, because I really don't care. Traffic needs to stop so I can get this done. And everybody was stopping except for one red car who decided to go around the stop traffic and hit Lily. I literally at the time believed she was dead. I mean, it was just it was just unbelievable what happened. So one thing I want to tell you that I think really made this better was we have the girls wear, when we take them anywhere, these rabbit-to-go body harnesses for dogs. And so this one is Lily's. And you can see this is where her big chest goes and her head comes out here like this. And when she got hit, this thing took a beating. It has some road rash on it. There's still a bunch of blood on it from where she was bleeding everywhere. But the buckles are roughed up from the concrete. So I believe this body harness may have saved her life, but also definitely saved her a whole lot of road rash and I really can't thank this enough, because they are padded, they're super strong, and I'm just telling you, this saved her from a whole lot. And so I get to her out in the middle of the street, and I, of course, freaking out, pick her up, and I got Poo-Poo, my dog Daisy, next to me, and I'm trying to keep an eye on her. So I'm running, I get out in the middle of the street, pick her up. She's bleeding everywhere, blood freaking everywhere. I get her all the way back. It's about 30 yards back to the truck. I get her and Daisy back into the truck and lay Lily down. And I always keep a blanket in there, so I got her in a blanket. But I'm telling you, there's blood all over my truck. There's blood all over me. There's blood everywhere. And I'm literally just thinking she's dead. I mean, she's going to die before I can get to it. And this is Tuesday. So I get the phone out while I start the truck, and I'm starting driving like an idiot in the madman. And I'm calling my vet, and it's Tuesday. He's off on Tuesdays. Like, what do I do now? And so they told me, well, there's a vet hospital, emergency hospital, real close to my vet office. And I'm I'm pretty far away. But I'm already headed towards the vet, so I'm like, okay, I'll just go to that vet hospital. And I get there, I get Lily out of the truck, and I leave Daisy in there, and I go rushing in and say, man, my dog's been hit. And the girl's like, oh, we're so sorry, but our vets just went to lunch. I'm like, holy effing, And they're like, but our vets are at our other location that's another 5 miles down the road, so you just go there. And I'm like, I haven't even heard of that location. I don't know where it is. The girl tries to give me instructions. I'm like, okay, I think I know where it is. I have no other option. And she said they will call ahead and somebody will meet me there. So I did that. I found that place. It took me 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm just like, my God, every minute that keeps going by, it's a freaking nightmare. And I get there, I just pull up to the door. Luckily, that emergency vet hospital, and I'll put their name in here, and I'll put the name of our vet and stuff in here. But they came out to meet me. We got her back into the room immediately. I handed her over to the doctor, and I told the doctor, I said, look, I got to go get my other dog, Daisy. She's stuck out in the car. And Daisy was out of breath and tired and hot and sweaty because it's not normal for them. So I was worried about her overheating. So I went and got her, brought her into the hospital. And I told them to go ahead and take Lily. And so I called Lorelei because this is the first time I've had a chance. So I'm waiting. The doctors have Lily back examining her. I got Daisy with me now. I finally get a chance to call Lorelei, try to explain everything to Lorelei, which is a nightmare. Oh my God. It's just like, So I'm trying to go over all this with Lorelei. I'm telling her, don't come here. It's not going to do any good. We don't know what's going on. So luckily, while we're on the phone and all this happening, the doctor came in and said, okay, there's some good news, but some really bad news. It doesn't look like she has any broken bones, but her leg has no feeling in it at all. There's no pain response to her leg, and her liver's messed up. And they told me that it's pretty normal when dogs go through trauma that their liver, for some reason, acts up. It produces way too many liver enzymes. And I'm like, okay. And they came and told me, they said, we really want to keep her. For the rest of the day. And I'm like, that's fine, and they wanted me, and I signed paperwork, and they kept saying, well, we will call you if we need to do this. We will call you if we need to do that. I'm like, don't call me a damn thing. Don't call me. Just do it. I don't care what you have to do. Just do it. You don't need to call for permission to work on my dog. So the very first vet bill to get out of the hospital was well over $1,000. There's probably an estimate of $3,000 to $5,000 if we got to remove the leg, plus additional vet visits that are going to be coming up. But that's what I told the vet. I don't really care. You got to fix my dog, so fix my dog. I'll figure out how to get the money. I don't care if it costs $100,000. I don't know where I'd get it from. I don't know where I'm going to get this, but I'll pay the bill. So just take care of my dog. I don't care. Here's a credit card. Fix the dog. And so nothing more I can do. I get Daisy. I'm on the phone with Lorelei still through all of this. Get back in the truck, head home. We didn't make it to the groomers, of course. So we get back here, we go over this with Lorelei again. And, and of course I'm feeling like human shit because, my dog may die here. But we go pick her up in the evening, about 5 o'clock. And they tell us, yeah, her liver's definitely messed up. Her leg is definitely messed up. And she has a lot of cuts and abrasions. And I asked, well, where was all this freaking blood coming from? And they showed me that her, I can't remember what they call this, but that little nail on the side was pretty much ripped off. And then she had all these facial abrasions. Her nose is half skinned off. And stuff like that. So that's where all the blood was coming from. And they did say, now look, with her leg being that way, there's a really good chance that her leg will have to be amputated. And I'm like, I don't want that. We don't want her leg to be amputated, but if it has to be, it has to be. So where we're at now is we brought Lily home, and she's been home for a couple of days. We've been giving her the gabapentin, the liver medicine. The gabapentin's supposed to help with the inflammation of the nerves, and hopefully, I don't think it's going to regenerate the nerves. So we've been studying about how to do nerve regeneration for dogs, wavelength therapy, laser therapy, all these different types of therapies that might be possible to help her with her leg. So we're doing our very best to minimize her movement. I don't want her to accidentally damage herself even more. So we've been really babying and trying to keep that. We've limited her food intake so that she doesn't overeat. But she is going to the bathroom. She is alert. What's really sad is I think Lily has discovered that her life is never going to be the same. I think she knows that something really bad happened and her life isn't the same. So that makes me feel really sad that the dog recognizes that. Now, we think there's a tiny bit of improvement in the arm now, but I don't know if we're looking into or looking at what we want to happen versus what really is happening. When she first got her paw part, never did anything more than stay down like this. But now it comes out like this. But I don't know. I do think she's using her shoulder a little bit more. So we got to take her back to the vet. So here's what I'm doing. We got to go back to the vet. She's going to be reevaluated, and her liver enzymes are going to be retested in a couple of days to see if that's come down. Hopefully it will. And then, of course, what I've gone ahead and, because this is a vet hospital, I don't know these people. I've also called my vet and made an appointment for 2 days after that. And I've had all of those medical records sent to my personal vet, and we're going to meet with him on this coming Thursday. We're going to meet with him on Thursday and go over, I asked him to read the medical records so that he can help us figure out what our next steps are, because we truly want to give this enough time so that we don't have to amputate if we don't have to. We're not going to rush to that. But I don't know where we're at with that. So right now, that's where we're at. We have multiple vet visits in a couple of days. And I will come back with an update on what happens from there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll let you know in a couple of days.